Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is quite interesting because it will reveal to you one of the subtler techniques, more nuanced techniques used by astrologers to determine the room or the force of the planets in your natal chart. So did you know that the planets that are on your ascendant or on the top part of your chart, anywhere near the ascendant, the rising sign, up at the MC, all those planets tend to show exert a powerful force at an earlier age in life. So say till the age of 30, 35, the planets on your near your ascendant and top at the MC are all functioning more powerfully than the planets that are found uh, on the IC on your the bottom part of your chart, which is your fourth house. So if you really think about it, let us take some examples. If someone has Venus on the ascendant and say they have Saturn at the very bottom of their chart, so Venus will be more powerful and will exert a more powerful energy force at the earlier stage in life. And at a later stage in life, say definitely after the Saturn return or after the maturation of Ketu, which is also Saturnian, I think that you will be able to understand by that age that Saturn works more effectively through you during transit activations, and just generally is more active at a later stage in life. So you will experience all the Venusian things, love, and Venus on the ascendant definitely means you'll be very interested in amorous affairs. So you will be more interested in money, enjoying the world through your five senses, love, romance, sex. If Venus is near your rising anywhere or near your MC, you'll be able to express Venusian things easier. And Saturnian things will come more later on, and you will find it more difficult to assimilate Saturnian lessons at a younger age, because also Venus and Saturn are very diverse energies. Okay, so another example of this, if you have, say, Jupiter near your ascendant or at the top part of your chart. Okay, it means that Jupiter will exert a very strong benefic, of course, depending on aspects, but Jupiter is generally the greater benefic. So you will experience a lot of Jupiterian things, maybe gurus coming into your life, maybe spiritual discussions and stuff. And say you have Mercury at the very bottom, which is the very antithesis of Jupiter, because if you really look at it, Jupiterian signs are always opposing Mercurial signs, like Gemini, Sagittarius. Okay, Virgo, Pisces. Yes, Jupiter rules Pisces in traditional astrology, and I tend to use it sometimes. Because when you really look at Neptune and Uranus as two sign rulers, then it becomes quite problematic, because there is not much nuanced information about Neptune. Even the archetype, does not really fit. So think of Jupiter and Mercury opposing each other in the zodiac. So you have Jupiter on the ascendant, you experience Jupiterian things, and Mercurial things come later on in life. So maybe you tend to assimilate information, tend to, be more organized, more methodical later on in life, and maybe even start speaking, because Jupiter brings spiritual experiences to you. So you have all these spiritual experiences at a younger stage in life, and then later on you may be able to communicate it through Mercury. That is a very beautiful way of expressing a planet on the ascendant at an earlier stage, and then of course expressing a planet on the at the bottom of your chart on the IC at a later stage in life. So if you look at your natal chart, you will feel the same. That if you have Mars on your ascendant, you'll be very Martian. at an earlier stage, maybe till 22, 24. Okay, and Mars transits do tend to hit you with more force when you're younger, and as you know reach the midpoint of life, you will start seeing that say you have the moon at the bottom of your chart, you tend to become more emotional later on in life. And it's happened to so many of my clients that have, maybe they were not so emotional because the moon is at the very bottom of their chart, and then suddenly later on in their 40s and going into 50s, they become really emotional. Even sun at the very bottom of your chart could mean that you shine later on in life. You don't necessarily have that head start, but you work your way through it and you slowly but surely reach the top. Of course, depending on other aspects, if your sun is actually supporting you, you will be able to uh, truly shine at a later stage. But of course, remember that difficult aspects are just harder examinations. It's like saying, okay, I want to, you're in this simulation, in this game, and you say, okay, I want to up the stake. I want to play at a more difficult, at a more advanced level. So obviously the lessons get more difficult, right? You cannot expect to clear it easily. So squares and oppositions are actually two very powerful motivating forces. And for me, the squares more than the oppositions. Although I have a very powerful opposition in my natal chart. And it involves pretty much most of my personal planets and Rahu and Ketu. So, when you have squares and oppositions, they call for integration. Opposition calls for integration, as squares call for self-mastery. So look into your chart and look to see if you have any planets at the top part of your chart, and you will see how the archetypes will be revealing themselves to you more profoundly. And the ones that are later, the ones that are at the bottom tend to come out later. So if you're really young and you see this and you piece this together, then you will be ready for when the lower planets start to show their energies, and you will be able to, everything is about consciousness and awareness. Astrology is about awareness. With methodical awareness and the power of meditation and self-will, you can change anything. As I said, squares can be the most difficult thing to deal with, or they can be the most profound tool for self-mastery or self-actualization. It's actually absolutely up to you how you use these energies. Bottom part of your planet chart, once the planets start to show themselves, you are more balanced in life because you've seen life, you've experienced life, and now you're sort of ready that, okay, Saturn, I know, I have been rash, but I know now what I need to do. I could have Netflixed and chilled today, it's a Saturday, but after my Saturn invocation and my Saturn ritual, I decided to come and make these videos. So that is my offering to Saturn, because Saturn likes hard work, so that never goes to waste with him. Hope you liked this video as much as I like making it for you. I love to come up with little astrological snippets for you so you can truly understand your natal chart a bit deeper and not throw everything at you in one video, but really bring to you interesting, nuanced lessons that you can truly learn from and grow and be entertained. Like, of course, thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share, and tinahills.com to book a reading. Thank you.